Okay. Well, we're pulling out of Deming, New Mexico, and we are on our way to a new adventure around Tombstone. So, till we get going there a bit and figure out where we're going to land, that's all. we made it to our spot here in Tombstone. Our first ever Harvest Host stop and stay. It was easy to get in. Lots of room. People are extremely nice. So we're here for a few days, a couple days here, and then we'll be moseying on. So till we get around town, that's all.
I'm the one who put the deodorant on.
Okay. We're out here in Tombstone on another episode of Traveling with the Mets, and it's already started off as an ideal day. Having the discussions who done what.
Sleep there? I'm not going there. Why?
And that's kind of how our days always start. Okay, we're heading downtown Tombstone. Let's see what this is. Allen English Home, 1882. I'll hold that there a few minutes. Hang over. So you know, for being a heavy drinker. And you can freeze it and read it. Hopefully. Wyatt. The old main street where they put on the gunfight. Who's this guy?
Edward L. Shiflin.
Now let's put a little prospector and miner discovered silver in 1887, 1888. Tombstone Lucky Gus. And like every tourist town, there's gift shops. So you got lots of stuff to purchase.
The 11 is okay? Yep. All right. $20. Sorry. I want to have a pair of scissors. Go ahead and do it.
As usual, Randy's causing troubles.
Oh, okay. It's a little finicky. There we go. Thanks. The blacksmith made it for me. There you go.
Across the street?
No, that's right here.
It's not where?
It's beside here, it said blacksmith, yeah. Oh,
We have the blacksmith. He's my brother. He made me this knife. This is my birthday present.
oh, nice.
He also used to be on Forge and Fire.
Oh, yeah?
All right. Blue tickets are for your epitaph. That's your newspaper. So we print up the original. There's a map on the very, very back of your guide map of the show. Museum doesn't have itself. Pink ticket is for the Historama, which is another show that you guys get to enjoy. That is for the Rocket Run Machine. It's the tap you're running by. Okay.
Wyatt Earp style.
Why is it museum?
From the movie Tombstone.
For the 11 o'clock through these doors. Not all the way to the back. Museum starts from the back.
Texas Cowboy.
Enjoy.
Miles City Cowboy. Yeah?
There's 30 back. So go ahead and take a picture of this one more. Perfect. Blue tickets are for your epitaph. That's
meetings. Big dog.
He said they shoot beanbags. That might be good.
Who was that?
Here.
Eric? Which one?
Says I'm not drunk enough to like you yet.
It's about right.
What's it say?
I'm not drunk enough to like you yet.
Oh. Old timers photos.
So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
hey fellas, look cool. Hey, you got okay Corral in there? I do now.
Good.
Welcome to Tombstone. Hey, you want a place to play your fiddle, man? Come on down to Old Tombstone, Western Town. We got a show going on. Get out there and watch a cowboy die. Play that dead man fiddle song.
How you doing, ponies? Yeah, they're nice horses. Yeah, nice horses. Oh, you want to visit, do you? So, how many of these are original type buildings or rebuilt for the town?
Most of them got rebuilt in the 80s and stuff, but the town burnt down originally like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So it's been rebuilt and remodeled a few different times.
Basically off of the original town that it was?
Well, the first stories were made out of all adobe, brick and whatnot, and they built some of the buildings were 2 and 3 stories.
Okay.
And, multiple story buildings that were made out of wood on the 2nd and 3rd floors. So whenever the fires came through, burnt them down, it burnt them down to the adobe foundations.
Okay.
And then there wasn't enough lumber with all the mining that they were doing, shoring up all the mines. There wasn't enough lumber to actually rebuild everything.
Ah.
So most of it, like after this burned down and was rebuilt, it was only a single story up until about the 80s. And they put that 2nd story facade on there. And they put a patio up there. They just recently extended the awning on the other side. But it used to look like that back in the day.
Okay.
And then so that's what they were trying to do is make it look original again. So
Right.
it was a 2-story building back then, so try to make it a 2-story now. And like the Longhorn, that whole 2nd story is just a false front.
Oh, okay. But of the original,
yeah,
what it would have been.
Businesses up there, like that far door on this house right here on the 2nd story. That used to be the Truth and Water Company.
Oh.
And so there was businesses up there.
Right on. All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, there we go. We got a little bit of history of the town and what's going on and how it's got to today.
Thank you.
Ooh, Miss Kitty's. Good
Kirby
enough.
said the house, so it's like 200
Hit her. And of course, no good tourist area wouldn't be any good without a Harley store. I'm kind of thinking that's not original. The building could be rebuilt as original, but I doubt they had a Harley store here, although Harley started in 1903. So, in the big picture, I guess it might not be that far-fetched.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Of a bygone era in Western history.
You're welcome to come on in.
That's nice.
First time here?
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the Birdcage Theater. Feel free to look around, take some pictures, and I'll tell you a little bit about our history. The Birdcage was built in 1881, survived the fires of 1881 and 1882, and then survived being locked up for 45 years from 1889, when they shut down the silver mines, until 1934. The family that still owns this building reopened it as a historic landmark. The partition wall right behind me was added. In the 1880s, you could see all the way from the front doors to the hand-painted stage and curtain. Electricity was added here too. Otherwise, this building remains as original as possible. We still have the same floors in the back, the Doc Holliday the Herbs, and all the cowboys walked on in the 1880s. We were built as a theater, saloon, gambling hall, and house of ill repute. We have 14 cribs where the ladies would entertain the gentlemen. 7 of them go back on each side of that bridge we call the catwalk. The ladies here will be up on that bridge, catch the eye of a gentleman on the floor, and he'd go up the narrow staircase over there to be entertained in one of those rooms. On either side of the catwalk, there are show bills hanging from the last act to perform here in 1889, The Human Fly. The ladies would start out on a trapeze, then they'd flip up onto the ceiling and walk around like flies. Was a popular act because when the feet went north, the little skirt headed south. Sitting right over here, we have our original cherrywood bar. The diamond dust mirrors came from Paris, France. Our bar was built by the Brunswick Company, but the railroad wouldn't take it on as freight, so we opened with a makeshift bar. This one sailed from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, around the Horn of South America, to the port of Guaymas, Mexico, and then from there it came to Tombstone by wagon train. The dumbwaiter sitting next to the bar was used to carry whiskey and cigars on up to those gentlemen in the cribs. Hi, come on in, welcome. There were 16 gunfights here at the Birdcage. 26 people were killed, and there are about 140 bullet holes scattered throughout the building. Down here in the front of the bar, there's a .45 caliber slug that you can still see with a flashlight. In the ceiling up from that, there's a .32, and we've got a .44 in that wall over there next to Fatima. She danced here in the 1880s, bringing the art of belly dance to the United States. They didn't call it belly dancing though. They called it the shimmy and shake or the hoochie coochie. That portrait's been hanging at the Birdcage for well over 100 years. Fatima seems to have a second belly button, but that bottom one is actually one of those bullet holes. She's got 6 bullet holes in her canvas and a knife slash in her skirt. This room is only a small part of our building. Behind the partition wall, you can see our gambling hall and theater. Blackjack and handmade dice tables are sitting in the theater floor, on the theater floor rather, and our faro table where Doc Holliday played and dealt faro sits in its original spot in the wings. We have a square grand piano with hand-carved feet that sits right in front of the hand-painted stage. On that stage, there are photographs of men and women who performed at the birdcage. We've also got our horse-drawn black Mariah hearse. She carried bodies to Boot Hill and the Tombstone City Cemetery between 1881 and 1917. One of only 8 made in Rochester, New York. She's trimmed in 24-karat gold and sterling silver. That hearse was...
Oh, there's a little bit of history of that there. She's pretty knowledgeable. Lots of stuff went on in there. One of the original buildings. Okay, we're back here in the back of the OK Corral where the show is going to take place.
Yep, got it all ready for you. Kind of this little crew. Perfect, thank you. No problem. Would you like a bag for that?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Lots of history. Office and staff, the OK Corral.
You gotta know it starts in 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh, is it? Oh, it's not. It's back further, is it?
Well, Holiday, you got the guts to play for blood.